The Tenney Divide. Chapter 1. The Knock at 2:17. The static from the television hissed like a whisper in an empty room. On the screen, late-night infomercials promised miracles. Miracle blenders, miracle diets, miracle skin. Sam Tenney didn't believe in miracles. Not anymore. He sat on the couch in his modest apartment, legs sprawled, TV remote limp in hand. He had fallen asleep sometime after midnight. It was the knock that woke him. Sharp, deliberate, and wrong. He glanced at the clock. 2:17 a.m. He sat up, heart pounding. Another knock. Harder this time. Sam reached for his phone on the table. No new messages, no missed calls. He wasn't expecting anyone. Certainly not at 2 in the damn morning. He crept toward the door and peered through the peephole. A woman, mid-30s, brunette, eyes darting nervously down the hallway like she expected to be followed. She looked terrified. Sam cracked the door but kept the chain on. "Can I help you?" The woman stepped forward, desperation in her voice. "Are you Sam Tenney?" That question again. The second time in a week. At first, he chalked it up to a coincidence. Now he wasn't so sure. "Who's asking?" She glanced over her shoulder again. "My name is Ava Corin, and I'm here to save your life." Sam blinked. "You've got the wrong Sam." "No, I've got the right one. But someone else thinks you're him. The other him." She looked him square in the eye. "You're being framed for murders you didn't commit. Because in another universe, you did." Chapter 2. The stranger named Ava Sam Tenney sat in stunned silence as Ava Corin paced his living room like a woman with ghosts on her heels. Her eyes scanned every shadow, every corner, as if danger lurked behind the furniture. "Start from the top," Sam said, arms crossed, still unsure if this was a mental breakdown in progress or the worst prank imaginable. "You're being hunted, Sam," she said, "but not in the way you think." Ava pulled a small black device from her satchel, like a smartphone, but the interface was alien. She tapped the screen. Holographic images floated above it. Mugshots, news clippings, autopsy photos. Sam's stomach turned. "These people," Sam whispered, "all murdered." Ava nodded grimly. "And in every case, the primary suspect is me." She tapped again. A photo of Sam Tenney, but not quite Sam, shimmered to life. Hair longer, eyes colder. Same face, same fingerprints, but not the same man. Ava sat across from him. "Your double, from a parallel universe." Sam laughed, then stopped when Ava didn't. "You expect me to believe that?" "No," she said. "I expect you to see it for yourself. The universes are colliding, Sam. The barriers are breaking. And if we don't stop him, your other self, soon, you're going to prison for crimes you never committed, or worse." Chapter 3. Evidence and energy. Sam stood by the window, mind spinning. He watched as dawn painted the city in pale pinks and grays. Ava had fallen asleep on his couch, the device clutched in her hand like a weapon. He turned back to her notes. Dozens of pages covered in symbols, equations, and what looked like anomalies in space-time. Names of victims, photos of crime scenes. In every case, the evidence was conclusive and terrifying. Same DNA, same fingerprints, same face. It wasn't just murder. It was sabotage, a setup. He picked up a small disc she'd dropped earlier. It buzzed faintly in his palm and projected a 3D model of the two universes, swirling together like interlocking gears. A faint red glow pulsed between them. "The bridge," she had said earlier. "It's not just theoretical anymore. He's crossing back and forth at will. He knows how." Sam clenched his jaw. If someone was out there with his face, destroying lives and leaving his name behind, He had to find him, and fast. Behind him, Ava stirred. "You're ready, aren't you?" she asked. "Yeah," he said. "Let's find him." Chapter 4. Jack's location. A junkyard warehouse outside the city. They followed Ava's GPS to a rusted sliding door. Inside was a kingdom of wires, sparks, and humming machines. A voice shouted from above. "If you're selling Bibles or federal warrants, turn around." "It's Ava," she called. A moment later, a man in goggles and grease-stained gloves swung down from a suspended beam like some kind of steampunk acrobat. Jax, engineer, coder, mad scientist. "Well, hell," he grinned. "You brought the anomaly himself." Jax gave Sam a once-over and then threw a disc-sized scanner at him. It beeped wildly. "Yep, you're vibrating at 2 universes worth of frequency. You're radioactive with quantum interference." Sam blinked. "Is that bad?" "Only if you want to live a normal life." They walked deeper into Jax's lair. Ava explained the plan. Use Jax's tech to trace the dimensional disturbances, find the bridge, confront the killer. Jax handed them gear. A modified dimensional disruptor, a quantum compass, and wearable temporal dampeners. "You're hunting a ghost that thinks like you, moves like you, and has nothing left to lose," Jax warned. "Don't blink." Chapter 5. The First Ripple. That night, they followed the compass. It led them to a condemned subway tunnel, dark, cold, and humming with invisible energy. The air felt thick, charged. As they descended, the compass spun violently, then locked onto a single pulse. A shape moved in the shadows. Sam stepped forward. "Hey!" he called. The figure turned, and Sam froze. It was him, same face, same build, same scar under the left eye. Only this version smiled like a wolf. "You found me," the other Sam said. "Took you long enough." Ava raised the disruptor. The doppelganger vanished into a flicker of static, a dimensional shift, and reappeared behind them. A warning shot slammed into the wall beside her. "Next one's for real," the other Sam said. "Stay out of my way, or I'll finish what I started." He stepped back into the darkness and vanished. Sam stared at the space where his other self had stood, fists clenched. This was no longer about being framed. This was war between 2 versions of the same man. Chapter 6. The Parallel Pattern. The subway encounter haunted Sam all night. He sat awake, staring at his reflection in the mirror above the bathroom sink. Was this what it felt like to go insane? Seeing yourself outside of yourself? By morning, Ava had compiled a list of every known anomaly tied to the other Sam. Her data was chilling. 9 murders, 3 in their city. The rest scattered across nearby towns, each one increasingly bizarre. But all had one thing in common. The victims had connections to this world's Sam Tenney, a former professor, an ex-girlfriend, a judge who had dismissed Sam's juvenile record. It wasn't random. It was targeted. Sam stood over the data with clenched fists. "He's erasing my past," he muttered. Ava looked up sharply. "What?" "He's not just framing me. He's destroying every trace of who I was. So when the worlds merge, there's only room for one of us." The realization hit them both like a train. This wasn't just a smear campaign. It was an invasion. Chapter 7. The Pulse Jacks set up sensors around the city to detect dimensional surges. The readings came back erratic, bursts of interdimensional energy flaring and disappearing like lightning strikes. But one location kept reappearing. An old radio tower, long abandoned, fenced off by the city, and supposedly condemned. They arrived just before sunset. The moment Sam stepped out of the car, the compass in his pocket pulsed violently. "He's close," Inside, the building crackled with invisible tension. Lights flickered on their own. Air buzzed with static. Dust swirled in the corners like it was afraid to settle. Then Sam found it. A mirror, bolted to a rusted wall in a control room. It wasn't ordinary. The reflection shimmered, delayed by half a second. And in that delay, Sam saw something impossible. The other Sam smirking back. Sam reached forward. The mirror rippled. And for the first time, his hand passed through. The bridge. Ava yanked him back. Not yet, it's not stable. But Sam already knew one thing. His double was watching. And he was waiting. Chapter 8. A Code of Mirrors. Back at the workshop, Jax tore into the data. That tower's not just a bridge. It's a receiver, he explained. Someone built a way to focus dimensional energy using mirrors as gateways. That mirror isn't reflecting. You're seeing what's happening in another layer of space-time. Ava pieced it together. He's not jumping between worlds randomly. He's using synchronized portals, mirrors, to walk through like doors. Jax activated a monitor. 27 locations. All had large reflective surfaces. All had experienced surges. Sam's skin crawled. We're being watched through every mirror. They covered every reflective surface in Sam's apartment. Ava smashed one with a hammer. Jax handed Sam a tiny device the size of a button. Stick this near a mirror. If it pulses red, he's on the other side. Sam placed the button near the bathroom mirror. Red. He's still watching. Chapter 9. The Hotel Incident. It happened fast. Sam and Ava were walking through a mall's parking garage when a scream echoed from the stairwell. They rushed toward it. A woman lay on the floor, stabbed. Blood pooled beneath her. Security rushed in, just as Sam knelt beside her. "Sam Tenney!" the guard shouted, pulling out cuffs. A man with a phone shouted, "That's him! I saw him running down the stairs!" Sam turned to Ava, eyes wide. "He beat us here!" He bolted. They ran through the garage, Ava jamming the elevator open with her shoulder. As the doors shut, she activated the cloaking device Jax had built. They disappeared just as police flooded the level. "You were framed," Ava said. Again, in real time. Back at the workshop, Jax pulled footage from hacked street cameras. The man in the video looked like Sam. Same clothes, same bag, but the timestamps were minutes apart. They had proof, but it was useless if the world wouldn't believe them. Chapter 10. The Decision 2 Universes. One face, one war. Sam sat with Ava and Jax around the table as a storm raged outside. The bridge was opening more frequently. Time between shifts was shortening. The merge was coming. Soon, two realities would try to exist in the same space. One version of Sam wouldn't survive it. "We have to confront him," Sam said. "On his side. End this where it started." Ava hesitated. Crossing over isn't like walking through a door. Once you're there, the rules change. Your mind might not hold. Your body might not sync. "What happens to me there?" "You may become him." Sam nodded slowly. "Then I'll find a way to stay me." Jax handed him the upgraded disruptor. "Then it's time." Sam stood. Tomorrow he would enter a world where he was the villain, and pray he came back as the man he used to be. The Tenney Divide, Chapters 11-15 by Ed Flanagan, BLJJEKE. Chapter 11. The Crossing. The mirror shimmered in the center of Jax's lab, surrounded by humming machinery and a ring of lights. This wasn't just any mirror. It had been rigged with enough quantum tech to detect, stabilize, and allow safe passage through the interdimensional bridge. Sam stood before it, suited in protective gear, the disruptor strapped to his back, the quantum compass clipped to his belt. Ava stood behind him, fingers dancing across her tablet. "The bridge will only stay open for 60 seconds, she warned. "After that, it seals until the next convergence cycle. Could be hours or minutes." Sam looked over his shoulder. "Then let's make this quick." Jax gave him a nod. "Just don't die, it's hard to fix death." The mirror rippled. Sam stepped through. Reality bent, colors bled, gravity pulsed, sound twisted into silence. Then, he landed on his knees. Different city, same structure, but something was off. Buildings were twisted. Billboards showed languages he didn't recognize. Police drones hovered silently in the air. Sam Tenney had entered Universe B, and here he was public enemy number 1. Chapter 12. Fugitive in the Mirror. The first thing Sam noticed was wanted posters, his face plastered across digital screens. Tenney, reward 1,000 credits, extreme caution advised. He ducked into an alley, pulling his hood low. This version of the city was darker, louder, more authoritarian. Military patrols instead of police. Surveillance towers on every block. Sam was in the heart of a surveillance state, and he was its most hunted man. He used the compass to track energy pulses. They led him to a neon-lit dive bar where he slipped inside unnoticed. Holograms danced across the walls. A bartender with cybernetic eyes scowled at him. "You got a death wish walking in here, Tenney?" Sam froze, then realized the other Sam had burned every bridge. Before he could answer, a voice from the back called out, "Let him sit." A woman with a half-metal jaw appeared, tough, smart, guarded. "My name's Nyla. You're not the one who shot my brother, are you?" Sam met her gaze. "No, I'm the one trying to stop him." Nyla narrowed her eyes, then slowly nodded. "Then sit down. We've got work to do." Chapter 13. The Resistance. Nyla was part of an underground movement that once trusted the other Sam Tenney, a man who had promised them freedom and brought only chaos. He had betrayed them, used them to get close to government targets, then vanished. But Sam's presence sparked hope again. "You're different," she said, studying him. "He wants to take over both universes," Sam explained. "If he succeeds, there will be no resistance left anywhere. He'll rewrite history. Literally." Nyla showed him the Resistance Command Center, hidden beneath a laundromat. A dozen faces looked up, half of them scarred from past betrayals. They didn't trust easily. But when Sam helped them intercept a drone sweep and disarm a trap the other Sam left behind, the tide began to turn. "We'll help you," Nyla said. "But when this is over, you go back." Sam nodded. "Believe me, I don't belong here." Chapter 14. Doppelganger Showdown. With the Resistance's help, Sam tracked the doppelganger to an abandoned high-security lab on the edge of the city, once used to study quantum gates. Sam entered through the basement tunnels, disruptor ready. Inside, walls pulsed with red lights. The air buzzed with unstable energy. He found him. Across the room, mirror Sam stood in front of a console, setting coordinates. "I knew you'd come. End this. Walk away. You don't have to do this," Sam said. His double smirked. "Don't you get it? I already have. This world's mine, and I'm coming for yours next." They fought. Fists flew. The disruptor fired. Sparks lit up the room. Their faces, indistinguishable, clashed in a battle of wills and purpose. The console overloaded. A surge of energy threw them both against opposite walls. Smoke filled the chamber. Mirror Sam disappeared in the chaos. Gone again. Sam staggered to his feet, disoriented. The lab was collapsing. He had to get back. Now, Chapter 15. Back through the glass. The Resistance helped him escape the crumbling lab. Nyla handed him a small chip. Coordinates to a secondary bridge. We built it years ago. It might still work. Sam thanked her. She gave him a firm handshake. Your world's lucky to have you. We never did. He found the secondary bridge inside an abandoned museum. The mirror there was cracked, but functional. Jax's device pulsed blue. Sam activated it. Ava's voice came through. Sam, we've locked onto your signal. Get back now! With one final look at the collapsing world behind him, Sam stepped through, back into his own universe. He fell onto Jax's lab floor, gasping. Ava ran to him. You made it! Sam looked up, eyes dark with warning. He's coming too. Chapter 16. Ghost Protocol. Sam lay on the floor of Jax's lab, gasping for air. Ava knelt beside him, scanning his vitals with a handheld device. He's weak but stable, she said. Sam's eyes fluttered open. He's coming through. The other me. Jax's equipment beeped furiously. Confirmed, he said. Dimensional breach imminent. Coordinates. Here. In this building. Ava jumped to her feet. He's using your return signal as a piggyback. They scrambled to prep the disruptor net. 4 devices placed in a circle to collapse the bridge if needed. But it was too late. A flash of red light and a sharp crack shattered the air. Mirror Sam stepped out of the rippling portal. Calm, confident, deadly. Home sweet home, he said. Sam stood, face to face with his twin once again. This ends now. Mirror Sam smiled. No, Sam. This is just the beginning. Chapter 17. Shifting Allegiances. The confrontation exploded fast. Jax launched a containment pulse. Mirror Sam dodged it, flipping a table for cover. Ava fired the disruptor, grazing his shoulder. He winced, but didn't stop. You really thought you could beat me with toys? Mirror Sam sneered. Sam tackled him. They crashed into the equipment, sparks flying. The room shook as the open bridge flickered chaotically. Suddenly, Mirror Sam threw something into the rift. A small, blinking orb. Jax's eyes widened. That's a destabilizer! He's going to tear a hole in both universes! Ava dove for the console. Sam held Mirror Sam down, fists flying. Then, boom! The lab flooded with light. Mirror Sam disappeared. Did we get him? Sam asked. Ava shook her head. No, he escaped again, but not far. He's here. Somewhere in this city. Sam stared into the flickering mirror. The countdown had begun. Chapter 18. Ava's Secret. Later that night, Ava stood alone on the rooftop of their safe house, eyes on the stars. Sam joined her. He's still ahead of us. She nodded, silent. Then she said something that froze Sam's blood. I knew him before, in his world. Sam blinked. You what? He wasn't always a killer. In Universe B, I was a scientist like I am here. He was charming, brilliant. He had dreams. But the world crushed him, used him. He changed. She paused. We were engaged. Sam stared at her. That's why you're helping me? She turned to face him. No, Sam. I'm helping you because you didn't become him. That means something. A moment passed between them. Quiet understanding, painful history. Then the alarm went off inside. Another breach. Sam looked at Ava. Let's end this. Chapter 19. The Trap. Jax rerouted power from the city grid to activate the mirror trap, a dome of light and energy designed to isolate Mirror Sam in one place. They tracked him to a derelict stadium on the city's outskirts. Sam entered alone. It was dark, echoing. Rows of broken seats loomed around him like ghosts. Mirror Sam stood at center field, smirking. Back for round 3? This time I'm not holding back. They circled. You think they care about you? Mirror Sam said. "The minute you're not useful, they'll dump you just like they did me." "Then I'll make myself worth keeping," Sam replied. The trap activated. A shimmering dome locked around them. Mirror Sam attacked. Feral, fast. Sam dodged, countered. They were matched in every way. But Sam had something his double didn't. Hope. He caught his double in a chokehold, pressed the disruptor to his chest. Beezzt! The energy surged. Mirror Sam collapsed, stunned. The trap held. But the rift? It didn't close. Instead, it cracked. Chapter 20, The Collapse. Jax shouted through the comm. "Sam, the timeline's rupturing. His energy signature is too unstable. It's poisoning the fabric." Sam looked around. Time was breaking. The sky above them shimmered with double images. Buildings flickered in and out of existence. 2 cities, 2 universes, starting to merge. Ava appeared beside him. "We have to seal the rift, but it means one of you stays behind." Sam looked down at his unconscious twin. "If he stays, he'll destroy everything." He knelt beside him, looked into his own face, filled with rage, regret, and fragments of who he used to be. "I'm sorry." Sam activated the failsafe. Ava screamed. The bridge collapsed. Light swallowed the world. Silence. Then, one Sam stood alone. Which one? The Tenney Divide chapters, 21-25 by Ed Flanagan, BLJJEKE, a reality-bending sci-fi thriller about identity, fate, and the power of choice. Chapter 21. Who am I? Sam woke up in the lab. The mirror was gone, shattered into dust. Ava stood over him, face unreadable. "Sam?" He blinked, sat up, looked down at his hands. They felt like his, looked like his. But something was off. He stood and looked into a small shard of mirror still embedded in the wall. His reflection stared back. Was it him? Or the other one? Jax approached from the side, scanning him silently. No words, just calculation. "You sealed the bridge," Ava said. "The rupture is gone, but so is the failsafe. There's no way to reopen the passage again." Sam's breath caught in his throat. That meant one version of Sam Tenney was trapped in this universe. And no one, not even Sam, knew which. Chapter 22. The Seed of Doubt. They returned to Jax's workshop. Ava began running neurological scans, behavioral markers, anything that could verify identity. Sam cooperated, but doubt crawled through his thoughts like a shadow in fog. He remembered both lives, both worlds. He knew Ava's favorite drink, her old cat's name, the smell of her perfume on rainy days. But he also remembered Nyla, her voice, the pain of betrayal, the burn of a collapsing world. Could memories bleed through universes? He asked Jax. Jax didn't answer. Instead, he quietly pulled Ava aside and whispered something. Sam saw their expressions change. Suspicion, fear, restraint. They didn't know. And now, neither did he. Chapter 23. Jax Goes Dark. The next morning, Jax was gone. His lab had been ransacked. Equipment missing, files deleted, systems offline. Ava stared at the destruction, stunned. Why would Jax do this? Sam held up a note found near the broken console. 3 words. He's not you. Ava read it, then looked at Sam. Something broke between them. An invisible tether. Do you know something you're not telling me? No. She narrowed her eyes. Are you lying to me? I don't know. That admission shattered her. She stepped back. Until I do, you stay away from the bridge sites. I'll handle it from here. Sam was alone again, and worse. He might be the villain. Chapter 24. The Sky Rift. At twilight, the sky tore open. A massive ripple, like heat on pavement, spread across the clouds. Everyone in the city stopped to look up. Reflected inside the rift were two versions of the skyline. One familiar, one alien. The merge hadn't stopped. It had only slowed. Sam watched from the rooftop, alone, uncertain. A broadcast appeared on every screen in the city. Mirror Sam. Grainy, but alive. They thought they could stop me. They were wrong. I'm already here, and I brought my world with me. Ava saw it too. She turned to the mirror on her desk and saw Sam's face. But was it her Sam? She had to know. Chapter 25. Confrontation. Ava lured Sam to the abandoned church, the same place where he first learned the universes were merging. She stood at the altar. He entered slowly, hands raised. Ava, I don't know what I am, but I need your help to stop him. Then tell me, she said. Are you the Sam I loved, or the one I left behind? He took a step forward. What if I'm both? Before she could respond, the doors burst open. Mirror Sam stepped in, bloody, beaten, but smiling. Told you I'd survive? Two Sams, one choice, one bullet in the disruptor. Ava's hand shook as she aimed. One of you walks out. Chapter 26. Mirror of the Soul. Ava's hand shook. One disruptor, two Sams, the real one and the other. They were identical. Same voice, same face, same memories, but only one could be trusted. Ava, one said, his voice strained. You know me. He's lying, the other said, stepping forward slowly. He's trying to trick you. Ava looked between them, tears in her eyes. She recalled all the moments, all the signs, and something Sam had said back at the church months ago. Even if the world turns on me, I'll never turn on you. She took a breath and fired. Mirror Sam dropped to his knees, stunned by the disruptor's pulse. He collapsed, breathing heavily, looking up at her with venom and sorrow. You always were his, he whispered, even when you were mine. Chapter 27. Into the collapse. But the battle was far from over. The sky rift widened, buildings flickered between realities. People screamed as mirror versions of themselves began appearing. Some gentle, others violent, confused, or terrified. Reality couldn't sustain two versions. The merge had started. Sam and Ava raced to Jax's backup lab beneath the university. There they found a quantum anchor, a device that could stabilize one version of the universe and erase the other. But there was a catch. Someone had to stay inside the stabilizer chamber, tethered to this universe's frequency. One life, one choice. Jax's voice echoed through the pre-recorded instructions. The anchor needs a signature, someone fully synced with this world. Once activated, the tethered person won't survive. Sam looked at Ava. It has to be me. Chapter 28. Ava's resistance. No. Ava blocked the door to the chamber. We've come too far. We're going to find another way. There isn't one, Sam said gently. The bridge is collapsing. If the anchor isn't engaged, both universes will burn. Then we both go, she said, tears spilling. I'm not letting you die alone. Sam stepped forward and pulled her into a long, silent hug. Then, he stunned her. A single jolt from a handheld pulse gun knocked her out cold. He laid her down gently, placed the compass in her hand. You're the better version of us all, he whispered. He walked into the chamber and sealed the door. Chapter 29. The stabilization. The anchor thrummed to life. Sam placed his hand on the frequency core. The machine scanned him, reading his memories, his emotions, his truth. The skies above calmed. The buildings solidified. The mirror people disappeared like ghosts. Across the world, two universes began decoupling. Sam felt himself fading. His final thought was of Ava, not the scientist, not the fighter, just the woman who saw him when the world didn't. As the world stabilized, the chamber filled with light. Then silence. Chapter 30. A new reflection. Ava awoke in a field outside the city. Blue skies, one sun, one universe. She sat up, clutching the compass. It blinked once, then went still. Jax found her hours later, broken but alive. The merge was over. Sam Tenney was gone. Ava took the disruptor, the compass, and the anchor logs and buried them deep beneath the earth. The world would never know how close it came to ending. But sometimes she would look in the mirror and swear she saw him smiling back. The end.